Hello and welcome to Lovely English Stories. Thank you for stopping by. Get productive and check out our language learning productivity packs on Etsy. Link in the description below. Use code YouTube10 for 10% off. This story is written for intermediate English learners. Ready? Let's get started. B1, B2 English Story. Mother's Day. Leslie is 82. She has 3 children, 5 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. She has seen and been through a lot. She grew up in the Midlands. Her mother was a cleaner before she became a full-time stay-at-home mum, and her dad worked in a local factory. They had a typical working-class life. She had 2 brothers and a sister. Now Leslie only has her sister. Her brothers passed away a few years ago. She is close to her sister and tries to see her as often as she can. Leslie loves her family and has made many sacrifices for them over the years. When she was young, she trained to be a nurse and worked in the healthcare sector for most of her life. She is incredibly patient and caring. When her parents were ill, she stopped working to care for them. Now she spends 3 days per week looking after her grandchildren. Although it is very tiring for her, she enjoys it. She wants to help her children where she can. And she loves that she has a great relationship with her grandchildren. Her 3 children all work incredibly hard. Leslie's eldest daughter is a marketing executive for a large private healthcare provider. Her son is an artisan baker, and her youngest daughter has followed in her footsteps and works as a children's nurse. She is very proud of them. Leslie has been married twice. Sadly, her first husband died in a tragic car accident when her children were small. She was then single for 10 years before she met her second husband. He was welcomed to her family with open arms. In her spare time, Leslie likes to play golf and go for long walks in the countryside. When she was younger, she was an avid runner. But she has since had 2 knee replacements, so she can't run anymore. She tries to keep as active as she can. She also owns an allotment with her husband. They grow their own vegetables. Their grandchildren love to go to the allotment and help. She likes them to spend as much time outside as possible. She doesn't like it when they are playing on their phones or watching too much television. Leslie and her husband also own a caravan. She tries to go most weekends. For her, there is nothing better than breathing in the fresh sea air. In the summer, she lets her children go to the caravan so they can have cheap holidays. It was a great investment for all the family. Leslie is the hub of her family. She is very much loved. She is an open-minded, straight-talking woman, and her grandchildren often go to her for support and advice, as they know she will give them an honest answer. Even though Leslie is in her early 80s, she regularly thinks of her mother. If she isn't sure what to do, or is anxious or worried, she will think of her mother and what she would do in her situation. Leslie misses her mother. She was an amazing woman. She came from nothing and raised a wonderful family on little money. She died of old age, surrounded by her loved ones. Leslie lives her life trying to make her proud. She hopes she has passed on the same amount of love to her children and grandchildren. Leslie's children are very thankful to their mother for giving up so much of her retirement time to help them raise their children. They don't know what they'd do without her. To thank her this Mother's Day, they have arranged to take her for a slap-up meal, followed by an overnight stay in a 5-star exclusive hotel and spa. They want her to be pampered and looked after. She will go to the hotel with her eldest granddaughter. She has taken the following day off work and loves to spend time with her grandmother. Leslie has never stayed in such a fancy hotel. She has never eaten in a 5-star restaurant, and she has never had a pedicure or a facial or a massage. She never really spends money on herself and prefers to treat those around her. She always hinted at being taken to a spa or for a posh afternoon tea in a luxury hotel. Now she was going to get it, and she had no idea. She just thought her family were taking her out for a meal, which they usually do on Mother's Day. Leslie was happy with that. She never expects rewards for her help. She does it because it makes her happy. Her children have arranged to have some flowers delivered to the restaurant, and there she'll open a card that details the itinerary for the following 48 hours. After the meal, they'll drive her to a luxury hotel 30 miles away. She'll have a massage and then access to her own pool. Then she'll enjoy a healthy evening meal and an early night. The following morning, they'll wake up early, have a manicure and pedicure, followed by a facial massage and a healthy 3-course dinner. Afterwards, her eldest granddaughter will drive her to the coast, where they can have fish and chips on the pier and watch the sunset over her favourite beach. Let's go through some of the vocabulary from this story. Exclusive. Exclusive. If something is exclusive, it is limited to a certain number or person or group, or it is expensive. Replacement. Replacement. When someone or something is a replacement, They take the place or do the job of something or someone else. Retirement. Retirement. Retirement is when you stop working because you have reached a certain age, usually in your 60s. Slap up. Slap up. A slap-up meal is a meal which is large, fancy, and enjoyable. Tragic. Tragic. If something is tragic, it is very sad and often involves death or suffering. To follow in someone's footsteps means to do the same as someone else, usually a family member. Itinerary. Itinerary. An itinerary is a detailed plan of a holiday, a day, or a journey. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. If you sacrifice, then you give up something in order to help other people. Anxious. Anxious. If you're anxious, you feel worried or nervous. Eldest. Eldest. If you are the oldest, then you're the eldest. Fancy. Fancy. When something is fancy, it is expensive or luxurious. Open-minded. Open-minded. If someone is open-minded, they are open to consider other people's ideas or opinions. Proud. Proud. If you're proud, you feel satisfied because you or people connected with you have done well. Raise. To raise. To raise something is to take care of it until it is fully grown. It could be a child, or a pet, or a plant. Relationship. Relationship. A relationship is the way in which two or more things are connected. Reward. Reward. A reward is something given or received in exchange for good work. Surround. To surround. If someone is surrounded by something, that thing is all around them. Typical. Typical. To be typical is to have the same characteristics or to be like people or things of the same type. We hope you enjoyed this lovely English story. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, you can get productive with our language learning productivity packs on Etsy. Link in the description below. Use code YouTube10 for 10% off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And see you soon.